Hey everyone and Ward 4 residents. Today I have Tony Brecknock with me and he is running for Ward 4 Councillor for Burlington 2022 Municipal Elections. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been in the area for over 50 years. We emigrated from England in 1965. I was 6 months old. My father came here for a better life and luckily we found it. And we found it on New Street. I've been a part of the community. I went to Lakeshore Public School.
Wow.
I went to Tecumseh. I went to Pearson, Best, McMillan.
Wow.
I grew up in the ward. My father took our family up into the Palmer area and we've been there since 1972.
Wow.
And when I say we've been there, we've been there.
Right.
So my wife grew up on Hannibal, which is a street just on the end, and we met as high school sweethearts.
Beautiful.
And we're still together.
Nice.
And we work and play in the area. I have an office on the South Service Road. I'm lucky enough, I'm in television, not as good as Roshan.
Oh my God. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yep, so I'm in television and I've been lucky enough to travel the world. And I liken my background to being Bilbo Baggins. I feel that I go away, I travel around, I see all the sights, I learn, I bring it back to the neighborhood, but what's more important is to slay the dragons and come home to the Shire.
Right.
And so that's what's important to me is this neighborhood and these family units that we have here. So I've been here since 1972 in the ward, been in the area since 1965.
So tell us, have you been in public service before?
Absolutely. So I've been a board member of several not-for-profits over the years. I've been involved locally with Burlington hockey and soccer, working with the sponsorships with the Burlington Barracudas, and I've been a manager and a soccer coach and a hockey manager for 10 plus years.
Oh wow.
My wife included has been a part of the United Way, and we've done a lot of charitable work. She was a local scout leader in the district. So together we've done a lot in the community.
Got it.
And so when you progress from that, currently I'm on the Seniors Action Ontario Committee.
Yes.
And we're looking at things there. And as well, I'm a part of the Indigenous Peoples Communications Subcommittee.
Wow.
So I'm an advocate for that as well. So what got me politically motivated were the school closures. And that's what got me off the couch. I was blissfully unaware. I was happy. I was making my money. I was traveling. I had a beautiful family. And what I realized is that without education, we were nothing. We couldn't conquer diversity. We couldn't conquer the climate or any of those things. And so when that happened, a switch went off in me, and that was some 8 odd years ago. And then I got involved. And when I got involved, I started to delegate with the Halton District School Board and explain where I thought the neighborhood should be and go to. And then that led me to, again, the provincial campaigns. And I realized that really to affect change for you, for your family, for me, for my family, for us,
yes.
I had to do it at a municipal level. And even though this is a city and regional seat, it's all part of Burlington and it's all part of this region and it's a neighborhood. Communication. This is my background. I'm a team leader. I'm a producer. I'm a director. We put stories together. You put stories together. You communicate. That's the number one thing. So when a counselor asks for your opinion and they're writing a keyboard or a screen and they're expecting you to come to them, that's not the way that they should run. Public service and being a public servant means that I get out into the neighborhood, that I speak with Roshan, that I understand that he's a community leader, that I talk to his community as well as what I consider to be my street. It's us as a whole. So when I look at those things, what bothered me and what motivated me was the lack of advocacy.
Got it.
A lot of people talk it.
Yes.
But you got to Brecknock it.
Yes.
And walk it.
Brecknock it. Yeah. Knock it. I like it.
You got to get to the door.
So, Tony, real estate is near and dear to me. This is what I live and breathe every day.
I see you everywhere.
Yes, I appreciate it. Immense pressure also from Ontario government that we have to take on a lot of population growth. So where are these people going to live?
Fantastic question, and not an easy question.
Yes,
I believe that we have a cultural stigma that we need a single dwelling, single family. And so I think that as we get new influences coming in, we need to realize that the people that are coming in might want dual family, might want multiple occupation.
Yes.
And so in order to affect that, unfortunately, we put up all kinds of guardrails, and that's caused all kinds of permitting and DIY solutions that maybe aren't safe. And the ultimate goal, I think, of government is to make sure that the city is for the city, that the neighborhood is for the neighborhood. So we need to remove some of that encumbrance. And I don't mean to the point where we're not safe. I mean, we need to streamline the permitting, and we need to make sure that the people that maybe don't understand the process, and this goes into bylaw for trees and for all kinds of things, that process cannot be political speak. That process has to be culturally refined and has to be accessible for everybody. And so to that point, I think we can get multiple families into, and they want to.
Yeah.
We do need to go vertically, but we need to go vertically in the right places.
Right.
When we are in a unique community that understands what they bought into, you would know this in a heartbeat. But you come into a neighborhood and you buy into the neighborhood often at the door, and I'm at the door and I'm talking to Ben and I'm talking to Roshan and I'm talking to everyone. I mean, when I'm at the door talking to them, they're saying, I didn't buy into this. It's a long-term investment. When I walk from north to south, and I'm putting in the kilometers, and again, I keep referring to you because you would attest to this. It's a different ball game when you go south onto Spruce and Shore Acres, and it's a different ball game from the seniors in Tansley Woods and the 3 and 4 bedroom homes in Palmer. Those are different situations, and each part of this ward is a borough within itself, and there are some 6 divisions within our ward. And what we need to do is to understand that the people in those areas are looking for certain things. Newer families having a park that's available and having those kinds of things. When you're a little bit in an elderly situation, community services, libraries,
access
walking,
to amenities,
walking parks, that kind of thing.
View on where is the state of our public transit here in Burlington?
It's terrible. Quite simply, it's very difficult to get there from here. What I hear again at the door as I'm knocking, people won't take it. 40 years they will not take it. The very first thing that I would do, that I would put forward to do, because it's not a kingdom. First thing that I would put forward to do is make it free, period. Smart-sized buses that are within the community. We need to up the frequency. We need 2 game plans. One is the corridors and the people movers, and getting those people down to the lake for the festivals. Big time, move it. Get those people going, big buses. Inside, we need to take some time and research it, and I believe what we will find is that we should smart size down to sort of a handy van size, and take that extra money in the infrastructure, work with the region, and have a neighborhood transit system and an outside the neighborhood transit system, 2 transit systems. Inside is more frequent, that gets you out to the main artery, and then
it can be a smaller size, van size, something that capacity doesn't have to be 40 the entire bus. Oh man, I love that.
And that's
idea.
Inside the neighborhood. But then, and that comes from talking, and that isn't my idea. That comes from being at the door.
So it's getting a little windy here, but that wind basically means Burlington is changing in a very good way.
Positive way.
Positive way. Multiculturalism, different background of people. And diversity doesn't always mean ethnic background. Diversity means in so many different ways. What's your view on how we can embrace this diversity in Burlington, provide that safe ground for us to harbor and foster it?
Fantastic question, and one I'm very proud of, being a Burlingtonian. We have already embraced a lot of ethnic diversity. Personally, as a part of that diversity that you're talking about, I take it also to ageism, I take it to seniors, everybody. And I'm a part of the Indigenous Peoples Communications Subcommittee. I've been an active member, and I'm an active member of the Seniors Action Ontario. And so that's very near and dear to my heart. Election night, October 24th, there's a 99% chance I'll be accepting my neighbor's invitation to Diwali.
Diwali festival.
We'll be light and dark, and we'll be hoping that the light wins out, and we'll be out in the field enjoying that. So it has become, it's important to continue to say, it's an important message to continue to convey. I've been a part of One Burlington, the One Burlington Festival. It's multi-ethnic, multi-religious, and telling those stories. Again, I'm a communicator. I'm a storyteller. So I've produced videos for them. And we've done several together, and we work with the Sikh, and we work with the Catholic, and we've worked with all the different Baha'i, we work with all the different stakeholders. And I can honestly tell you what a beautiful setup that is. And you have a festival, you have a marquees in Central, at Central Library. And what it does is it reinforces to me that we're well on our way there.
Yes.
And we just need to continue. You were at the Appleby Line Festival.
Yes.
And, you know,
You can see it.
20 years ago, 30 years ago, somebody said, oh, you know, look at all the great diversity. Me, I see Burlington.
Yes.
So I believe that's what we've become.
Yes.
And I believe that's what we deal with daily. So those are the things, ethnic diversity, cultural diversity, age diversity.
Yes. Also, so many new people are coming in.
Yes.
In Burlington, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that they're coming from outside of Canada, even from different parts of the Greater Toronto area also.
Course, yeah.
So how would you get those people involved?
That's actually been my motivator to get involved. Again, that's what got me off the couch. It's comfortable there. And so what I find important with that is that we need to go to the people. So you've put together and been a part of the festival, Appleby Line. There's the one Burlington that I mentioned. There's lots of things down at the lake, and they're inclusive, and that's great. But we need to knock on the doors, and we need to communicate.
Start interacting.
Exactly. So I go down to the mosque for the barbecue day, the family barbecue day. I'll be going to temple, and you go and you talk to your neighbors, and the next thing you know, they're pulling you along and saying, "Hey, I've got some beautiful food here, Tony. Come on up." And you end up on election night at the Wally.
Yeah.
And so that's what you do. And you need to, when you talk to those people, and some of them are shy.
Yes.
And you need to stop. And you need to listen.
Yes.
Look, learn, listen, report back, advocate. The worst thing that can happen is that you don't get back or honor somebody's question or opinion without returning a call, again, email if you have to, but getting back to them and getting into the neighborhood and being in the neighborhood.
I love it.
You are an
Listen,
active guy.
Let me tell you something. We have to get everyone that's moving to Burlington, doesn't matter where they are coming from, involved. Now I have a sense of belonging.
Yeah, good.
I live here, I belong here, my children go to school here, I work here.
Perfect.
So everything matters to me. And if there is something that doesn't sit well with me, going forward, all Ward 4 candidates, whoever wins, know this, I'm coming after you.
Well, fantastic. To that point, my friend, on the back of all my literature is my cell phone number, my personal cell phone number. Everybody thinks I'm a little bit nuts, and maybe I am. I've put my own personal number on all my literature.
Wow.
I've had calls. I've handed it out to 30,000 people. I'm not joking. My URL is my name. That's my honor.
Yes.
My phone number is a direct connection to me. Dennis, who lives on Longmoor, calls me. I've spoken to him 5 times. I've come down here, helped him with his PSWs. Marg, on the other end of Longmoor, same situation. You call me, I will answer. And the number you will get will be in service.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, my name is Roshan Basnet, and I'm here with Tony. And for the closing question, I want to ask Tony, if you were not running, what would you look for in a candidate that you would vote for?
Excellent question. Excellent question. So as I think back to it, I would look for somebody that advocated the things that activated me. So why am I running? For starters, I'm running because I don't feel serviced properly. I would like to find and have a candidate, if it wasn't me, that would get back to me, that would advocate, that would look at it on a regional level, would look at it on a city level, and definitely would look at it on a neighborhood level. I think that a two-way conversation and communication and being a team lead, affecting the change. I can think whatever I want, but if I can't pitch that to my board, I can't affect results and I can't affect change. So I would look for somebody that would be a team leader, a coach, a mentor, and above all, a good neighbor.
Good neighbor.
A good neighbor, and that's what I would look for.
And you want to be here now.
In the
guy
now,
that's
and get it done. Let's talk about it. Let's fix it together.
Thank you so much, Tony, for your time, and all the best to you for the election.
Thank you, sir.